Held on the 1st of March and taking place during DMU's Cultural Exchanges Festival, Media Bomb hosted a panel of 5 media and cultural industry professionals. Here, the panel are discussing starting your own business.
Okay. Anybody got another question from the floor? No? Okay, sorry, you put your hand up, didn't you?
This is really about Dusk Till Dawn, but how did you go about setting up your own small publication? Where did you get the money for that? Like, I've got no idea, so I'm just interested.
It started obviously with Dan. Well, I'll let Dan answer this one because he's quite a big part in it.
I'll need that microphone, but I don't actually have the microphone, like Johnny said. Okay, yeah, for the recording. So we can get some plugs in.
He's a salesman, I'll let him do it.
FD2D.com.
And it was kind of
whoa! Jamie is so quiet. Yeah, no, it was really from being a salesman, I think. Because I was working in another sector, so I was working in promotions, I knew a lot of people in Leicester who was interested to buy advertising. Because me and Johnny knew and we had a reputation, we were, well, a reasonably good one. Admittedly, you didn't buy any advertising, but we were able to then straight away go out and start selling. So all we had was a piece of A4 paper with some prices on, and we had the attitude and the confidence to go out and do it. And it was that determination that really kind of built it up.
What it kind of turned into wasn't what we thought it was going to be. Originally, it was cheers, Dan. It was a student magazine for students, and it was a kind of signposting, more to nightlife really. So I was in a band, and I was really heavily involved in live music in the city, and Dan was heavily involved in the nightclub industry. So we kind of mixed the two together, and it was like bars and clubs where you could go out. And the first one was actually called The Clubber's Guide. It wasn't called From Dusk to Dawn. It was called The Clubber's Guide, and then we changed the name, and it was called From Dusk to Dawn. And then what happened was the students didn't really adopt it straight away, but who did adopt it were local creative illustrators and writers and media producers that saw it as a platform to get their work out there. We didn't really think of that straight away. That came later, and it was by about issue 5 or 6. That's when it developed to what it is now, and it was a platform for creative people to get their work published. And then off the back of that, we then developed our website, which is what we concentrate on now, and it's a social networking site. So if you are a creative person, set up a profile, fd2d.com, and you can shout about your work to a localised network. It's not like Behance, where it's the world. It's a localised network, so local employers and local businesses that can see what you do. So that's what it became. It's a tool for people to showcase what they do.
Do you think it's good then for people who are like interested in the media or want to write or whatever, so network with advertisers and salespeople and kind of get them on your side?
If you want to be a writer, the first thing to do is get your work published. You want to get your work published. You want to get a name for yourself. A lot of the journalists I know down the Mercury, they're now employed by the Mercury because they really got in their faces and they got out there and they were proper journalists. You know, they were accurate, they had a good angle, they were good writers, they were hardworking, and and you have to work late hours as a journalist. Al Capone once said, "It's men get rich by what they do after work," and I agree with that. If you just want to work 9 to 5, this isn't the industry for you. It's about what you do after work. It's about what you do in your evenings. And for journalism, you've got to get out there with your notepad, get in people's faces, and get a good scoop and get a good story together. Get your work published. Keep doing that, and eventually the cream rises to the top. You will get there. You just got to keep doing it. That's the key.
I think you could set your own up as well.
Yeah.
Just start your own magazine. Start your own newspaper. Get 3 or 4 years together and all write about things that you're interested in. Because ultimately, if you can do the research and find the niche, then people will always read it and pay for advertising in it. Because people are always looking for an opportunity to promote what they do.
I know a handful of people that make money from blog websites. There was a girl who used to be a fashion blogger who then got employed by the High Cross Leicester to do 4 blog posts a month for £400. And that was literally going out, trying on clothes and eating in restaurants. I knew someone who loved talking about cameras, who now is get paid by Nikon to sell cameras through his blog. He makes a living out of it. And if you got something that and actually Jamie, that's a very good thing. You're obviously involved in writing and.
Yeah, well, I was just going to talk about that up. Is that as newspapers have gone down, and advertisers. Well, look at it this way: if you said like somebody's got a budget for you and it's like 100,000 whatever, and they say, can you spend this for me and get the best result you can, you could either put a big advert in a newspaper that could go to 300,000 people, but 10 of those people could be interested in what you do, or you could spend it on a blog where the 10 people who read it are absolutely 100% guaranteed to be interested in what you're trying to sell, and it will cost you a fraction. Where would you put the money?
You've got to love it as well. If you listen to what John, just listen to John talking. He's passionate about his company and his magazine, and so is the guy there. But you've got to love what you do. You can't be half-hearted about this. You've got to really want it and push for it, and don't stop until you've either achieved it or done everything you possibly can do to get along the way, as far along the way as you can.
And make no mistake, it is a wicked industry. It's hard work. Yeah. It really is hard work, but it is brilliant. I wouldn't want to do anything else.
You've been listening to a soundbite from Media Bomb 2013. To find out more, go to facebook.com/MediaBomb.